Well, good morning and welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. She's happy today. I got to tell you, I love a mug that's the same on both sides so I can hold it in my left hand. It makes me happy. And I choose happy. So I chose a mug today that's the same on both sides. Plus, that way my trigger finger comes in handy because it just fits right in, right? Isn't that like so weird? Apparently, it's not dangerous. It's just annoying. Sometimes it's a little painful. I'm not going to lie, but most of the time, you bend your finger and it doesn't pop back up. It's weird. So good morning. We just had Labor Day. Good morning, Opa. I can always count on you being here to share the lack of sunshine outside, but the positive sunshine inside with me. Thank you. Today is the day that we officially became the United States of America in the United States of America. Yeah, it's the day we officially got our name. How about that? Seems to me like we should be celebrating the 10th of September instead of the 4th of July, but what do I know? I don't make the rules. Yeah. So yesterday was not only hot, but it was really smoky because of all the fires all over, California and all the fires here. So they canceled my tennis game this morning. Makes me so sad. But then got up this morning and that amazing red sun, red sky, smoky, overcast. It's like beautiful right now. And it's not even 80 degrees. It's gorgeous outside and the air quality is super. And so far I have no tennis game. I know you're all feeling very sorry for me, aren't you? But it's what keeps me going. This morning after tennis, my plan was, and now instead of tennis, to drive to LA and visit my children and get a haircut. I haven't had my hair cut since like March, right? When this all started, I had short, spiky hair. No, don't get upset. You will not see me with short, spiky hair tomorrow. You will not. He's just going to trim it. I actually kind of like it. I think he's going to be a little upset at the bangs because I really screwed them up. But hey, you know what? I'm not a hairstylist. And the guy I go to, Robin Felix Design Studio in Palos Verdes, California, he is the most talented stylist I know. Come on, folks. I drive for 2 hours to go each way to go get my hair cut. Yeah, because he's that good. But he's also the only guy who's touched my hair to cut it or style it in, I don't know, close to 40 years, I'm guessing, 35 years. He's amazing. He started when he was in the crib because he's just like a little baby now. He's young. I'm going to say probably 35 years he's been cutting my hair at least. And my daughter and my son, and he's amazing. Back in the days when I used to do television, seriously, I would sit in makeup and they would do my makeup, but the hairdresser would come in and she'd just look at me and she'd go, "Perfect again, I'm out of here." Because my haircuts were so awesome, no one else would touch my hair. And in all these years, I have not let anyone else cut my hair. Just my Robin. That's it. Robin's awesome. He's the best. Okay. This is the anniversary of the first time Elvis Presley was on the Ed Sullivan Show. Yeah, I don't care either. I know he was a huge, huge star and he was never my personal favorite. Sorry. Now I can appreciate that, yeah, he was pretty good, but he wasn't mine. He wasn't mine. Oh, look at that. We've been found. Marlene, good morning. And Lauren, thank you. Glad you found us. It's going to get easier, seriously. If you subscribe to the channel, then you'll get a notification and it'll you just touch it and it'll bring you right here to Morning Coffee with me. You know whose birthday it is today? No, you don't know because he's dead. So you probably didn't think about it. But it is Colonel Sanders' birthday today. Here's to you, Colonel. I don't know about you, and I'm a little embarrassed to admit this because I'm not much of a fast foods eater at all. Colonel Sanders' Southern Fried Chicken is my comfort food. Boy, I'll tell you, if I'm in a really bad mood or I'm feeling really sad, there is nothing, I mean nothing, that gets me smiling. It's gotta be white meat. I like the breast, right? Original. And I have to have the biscuit and the gravy and the potatoes and the coleslaw. I have to have all of it, but not the cookie. I don't like their cookies. But I have to have everything in the meal to make me happy. And I will eat every bit of it. And it is true. It is finger licking good. Okay, Colonel Sanders, you owe me one. That was your commercial for this morning. I love Colonel Sanders. I have it like maybe once a year, if that. The good news is I guess I don't get that upset that often. But when I do, it brings me right back. I even like the box. I like everything about it. It just makes me comfortable and happy. What's your comfort food? What is it? Seriously. I also like a sandwich with, you're going to love this, salami, banana, mustard, and potato chips on rye bread. I know, it's so weird. Where did that come from? I don't know. But my biggest comfort food of all, like bar none, is a bowl of plain old white rice with milk. That's it. White rice with milk. Anytime I need cheering up, here's to white rice with milk. It's not my favorite rice. I'm a basmati person. And I don't even eat rice all that often. But white rice with milk. Chicken soup. I like chicken soup too. Okay, enough of comfort food. Enough of that. More birthdays. Otis Redding. Sitting here resting my bones. My loneliness won't leave me alone. Where was he sitting? Come on, pop it in. Where was Otis Redding sitting? I know you know this. Come on, I'm looking to see. Oh, cinnamon sugar on toast. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. Okay, but come on. Where was Otis Redding sitting? Come on, somebody's going to come up with that. Okay, while you're thinking about that, oh, of course, Marlene got it. Dock of the Bay. Thank you. Okay, you win. Oh, we should have like contests, huh? We should have contests every day. I'll have to come up with some cool little prizes. Speaking of which, speaking of prizes, it was suggested to me, and I hope you don't mind my saying, Opa, that it was suggested by you, because I think it was a great suggestion, that in order to get more people to subscribe to this channel, which would make me ever so happy, I think I told you we need 960 some people more for me to reach my goal. I know it's a lofty goal, but I said make unreasonable requests. I would like all of you who are subscribed or are not subscribed to do so, but to bring in your friends, and we were going to have a contest to see who could bring in the most friends by a certain time. And then I started thinking, well, I would want to give everybody who participated some kind of treat, thank you, prize. And some of you have already received custom word art from me, right? I would love you to post a picture of any custom word art that you've gotten from me as a thank you, because I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it's who I am. It's what I do. It's why you watch me, or at least one of the reasons. So yeah, I think when you bring in 5 or 10 people, I'll have to think that through. I'll do some custom word art for you. Ooh, yeah, custom word art. I like that. Oh, there's so many of you here this morning. That makes me so happy. I wish I had a great story to tell you. I'll have to think of one. Oh, we have birthdays, but we also have death days, right? And today is the anniversary in 1976. Yeah, 1976 of Mao Zedong from China. It's not that I'm celebrating him, but it made me think about 1996, which was the year before China took back Hong Kong. I'm not going to get all political with you about this. The reason I'm telling you is most of you know that my business for 35 years was balloons and parties, that you are listening to the mother of the balloon decorating industry. I shouldn't make light of it. It was a big deal. I'm the guy. I'm the one. I was the one who taught everybody how to make the arches and the columns and all that good stuff. Yeah, that was me. I went all over the world teaching people how to decorate with balloons. This is my claim to fame. It was awesome. Anyway, in 1996, 20 years after Mao was dead and a year before China took back Hong Kong, I got a call asking if I would be willing to go to Hong Kong to do some decorating. I mean, seriously, would I go to Hong Kong to do balloons? Hello, of course I would. I want you to know, first of all, I was very impressed with myself because I was recommended by the Ritz-Carlton hotels in America to be the premier American balloon decorator to go to Hong Kong. So I went to Hong Kong with my assistant and I brought over everything except the helium. And they said they would get a staff for me because the decorating job was huge. It was for the Hong Kong Food and Fun celebration. And we were going to be doing the most massive balloon decorating job I'd ever done. Well, I was only flying over with one assistant, and they said, no problem, we'll get you a staff to help you. Yeah, I forgot I was going to Hong Kong. Essentially, I was going to China. What does that mean? That means they gave me a wonderful staff of people who only spoke Chinese. So I had like 30 men to help me, and not one of them spoke a word of English. It was hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious. I had the best time. And because the event itself was sponsored by Cathay Air, who flew us over, and the Hong Kong, what do you call it? Like the Chamber of Commerce, like that. When I got to my room at the most gorgeous hotel, there was a stack like this of chits for pretty much every single restaurant on either side of Hong Kong, in either side of the water. It was 3 meals a day, eating out in these amazing restaurants. They paid for everything except my souvenirs. Seriously. They paid for my laundry. They paid for my newspapers. Everything except souvenirs. And I can remember walking down the streets there, and the school children would see us speaking English or hear a word of English or look at our faces and see we were not from there. And there would be like a cluster of people around us wanting to talk about being from America and use their, the limited English that they were learning in schools. It was just, oh my gosh, the experiences were unbelievable. And can we talk about what the bathrooms are like there? Yeah, like a whole lot of places we went to, there were just holes in the ground. And that was the toilet. That took a little getting used to. There were so many wonderful things and so many strange things. And I learned that when you give someone your business card, pretend this is your business card, you don't just hand it to them, you hold it by the corners and you present it to them. That was really cool too. That was awesome. Anyway, Hong Kong Food and Fun Festival. I might tell you more stories about that sometime, like the time that they asked if they could interview me on the radio, and I said, of course. And they said it was American radio. Well, it was, because they interviewed American people, but it wasn't in English. It was very unusual. But did I mention that I loved it? And I got to go to China? I did. I got to go okay, I'll tell you my story. Here we go. I'm going to cut out everything else because this was so cool. So I finally get this assistant to help me to be in charge of all the workers. And his American name is Francis. And he's very, very bright and very fun. And he kind of adopted us and took us to see his part of Hong Kong, and then asked us if we wanted to go to China. And we said, yes. He said, okay, I will be your guide. So there are so many adventures on that trip. I can't even tell you. But the best part was we are on a train going to Shenzhen, which is like the border town of China, right? And we're on the train, and it's very crowded and packed. And we are the only people who are not Asian that I can see on the train. And everybody is jabbering away in Chinese. I don't understand anything that's going on. And Francis is talking to us and, trying to point out points of interest or whatever as we're on this train going from Hong Kong to China. And I start telling Francis this story that most of you will identify with, that when I was a child, we used to go out in the backyard and dig and dig and dig and dig. We dig holes as deep as we possibly could. Why? We were trying to dig all the way to China, right? Right? So I tell him this story, and the man in the seat behind me starts laughing. And I turn around because I'm shocked that he could understand English. And I said, you understood? And he looks at me, and in a very thick accent, he says to me, very funny. When I child, I dig to America. Yeah, seriously. So there are all these little Chinese children digging in their yards too. And wouldn't it have been like so cool if our tunnels had met up, and maybe we'd be friends by now? Let's hear it for friendship. Okay, way longer than I intended to go today. I'm skipping all that other stuff because I want you to get on with your day. Let's hear it for Mao Zedong and China. Okay, and go have some comfort food. Yeah, go do it. Here's to clear skies. If you're affected by the fires, bless you, keep you safe. You guys got this. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Choose happy.